Hello, and welcome back. I'm Julie, an exercise physiologist, and I'm here to help you get stronger, move better, and live longer. We're going to take about 30 seconds to set the tone, and then we're going to get moving today. So lately, I've been working with clients that have been dealing with some shoulder pain, whether it's a rotator cuff surgery or just some tweakiness in the shoulders. And I wanted to focus on some movements that avoid that overhead stuff, because that seems to be the primary aggravator. If you want weights, you can have them, but you don't need them. You can also do all of these exercises without any weight. So I'll give you a couple seconds to set up. I'm going to meet you on the bench, and we're going to get started. Okay, so here we are at the bench. I have 2-pound weights here. I am recovering from 2 broken wrists, which is a story for another time, but I'm going to use 2-pound weights because that's what I'm cleared for. You can have weights or no weights. You're still going to get some work done in the arms. We're going to start off as we usually do, bringing our shoulders down and back, thinking of our posture, and let's begin with a nice deep breath in through the nose, widening out the rib cage, and then nice exhale, feeling the ribs coming back together and the abs turning on. We do want to think about sitting up nice and tall today, so we want to imagine our ears are over our shoulders, over the ribs, over the hips. If you need some extra support and you're sitting in a chair that has a back, you can scoot all the way to the back of the chair, and that will help give you that back support. I'm going to grab my weights, but again, you can do this without weights, but we're going to take about 5 minutes here to move the arms. Starting with grabbing my weights, I always like to keep them on my legs to rest. We're going to start by thinking about those shoulders down and back, and we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together like they're kissing in the back. Elbows are at 90 degrees. We're going to open out, squeeze, and come in. Now we want to make sure we aren't flaring the ribs, that we aren't pumping out like this. So we want to just stay nice and neutral. Imagine you're growing taller in your chair as you go, and just waking up the arms. Now, if you feel a little click or anything uncomfortable in the shoulder, you don't have to do this one. Or if you're recovering from rotator cuff surgery or had an injury, you might find you don't open out as far. That's totally fine. It's all normal. And we're just going to do what we can, the best that we can do it. All right, let's do about 4 more here. 4. I can feel my left shoulder clicking a little bit, but it doesn't hurt, so I'm going to keep going. 1 more, and rest. Next, we're going to go into a lateral raise, but I like to keep the arms within my peripheral vision. So the shoulders are down and back. That's the most important thing. If you feel your neck get involved, go ahead and rest or put the weights down. We don't want to get a neck workout. This is for shoulders. We're going to start with the arms down by the sides. I like a little bend in the elbow here. Shoulders are down and back, and we're going to open out. And I can see both of my weights in my peripheral vision. So we're going to open out. Now, I don't go any higher than shoulder height. If you're feeling anything in your shoulders, or like I said, especially in your neck, and it's not comfy, go ahead and bring the arms down. Sometimes I go about waist height. I can still get that good deltoid work, working those tops of the shoulders, building up that stability in the back of the shoulder blade as well, but we're not challenging it to where it can be painful. We're going to do about 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1, coming in and rest. We're going to go into our punches next. Shoulders are down and back. We're going to sit up nice and tall, bend at the elbows, lift the weights up, and we're going to press one arm out and the other one. We want to keep those shoulders down and back, so there's this oppositional feeling between the shoulder blades down and back and openness in the chest and the arms going forward. What we don't want to do is this, right, where we join in with the shoulder. We want to stay up, and that way we're working on that anterior, that front part of the deltoid, getting a little bit of work in the chest. You might also feel the biceps. It's nice and mellow. Should not bother your shoulder, but if it does, stop. All right, let's do about 4 more here. As you guys know, I'm not the best at counting, but we're just here to do it. So here's 2, and 1, come in and down. Excellent job. Next, we're going to go ahead and do a miniature overhead press. Now, I did say on this video we're not going overhead, and we aren't. I'm going to show you what I mean. I want you to bend at the elbows and then open your palms out so they're facing me or facing away from you, okay? Shoulders are down and back, as always, and you're going to press up just to the head height and come back down. So notice how this part of my arm here is not going above my shoulder. But now we're working a different part of the shoulder, still getting some work in. We're also in this external rotation, which is helpful to build stability and use other bigger muscles to help stabilize the shoulder, especially if we have a rotator cuff injury, but we're not going overhead to where it can cause discomfort. If you do have a little bit of a pinchy feeling right at the top here, you can go ahead and skip this exercise or rest right now if you're starting to notice it. Let's do about 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1, coming in and down. And that is it for today. We did just a quick little session. If you're interested in some more arm exercises that don't require any equipment, I do have a video for that. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, if you like what we did today, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate all of the comments and the feedback I've been getting, and every video I get to improve. I read every comment. Thank you so much. It's like gold to me. And if you're interested in more, check out my website at julieannrose.co because .com was taken. All right, thank you.